Today we're diving deep into some seriously interesting territory: semen retention. This practice has been gaining some serious traction lately, and it's not just about some new age woo-woo philosophy. People are claiming some pretty wild benefits from it. I am talking about changes in energy levels, focus, even physical presence. So buckle up, because we're about to explore some of the weirdest, most interesting, and maybe even beneficial observations people are reporting from practicing semen retention. Let's get started. Observation 1. Biological energy conservation. So the basic idea behind semen retention, at least from a biological standpoint, is all about conserving energy. Think about it. Creating and releasing semen is a pretty resource-intensive process for the body. There's a lot of energy that goes into it, and what the proponents of semen retention are saying is that when you constantly release that energy, you're basically depleting your reserves. You're losing out on some vital life force that could be used for other things. I'm talking about straight-up biological energy. This is the kind of energy your body uses to build and repair tissue, to fuel your brain, to power your workouts. It's the foundation of everything. And if you're constantly ejaculating, the theory goes, you're diverting that energy away from these essential functions. Now, I'm not saying that every time you have an orgasm, you're basically turning into a depleted husk of a human. But there's definitely something to be said for the idea that conserving that energy could have some real benefits. Think about it in terms of athletes, man. They're always talking about tapering before a big competition. They're trying to conserve their energy to make sure they're at their absolute peak when it matters most. So is it really that crazy to think that the same principle could apply to other areas of our lives? Just like how you might watch your diet or exercise routine, being aware of your sexual habits can be another aspect of maintaining overall health. It's about balance and making informed choices that align with your personal goals and well-being. Whether it's for increased energy, better focus, or improved physical performance, understanding how your body works can help you make better decisions. And that, my friends, is the essence of biological energy conservation. Observation 2. Testosterone boost and masculine traits. Alright, let's talk about testosterone. We all know it's a pretty big deal, right? It's often referred to as the male hormone, and for good reason. It's the hormone that makes men, well, men. It influences a wide range of masculine traits. It's responsible for muscle growth, bone density, body hair, the whole 9 yards. Without it, many of the physical characteristics we associate with masculinity wouldn't be as pronounced. And it also plays a key role in things like sex drive, energy levels, and even mood. High testosterone levels can make you feel more energetic and motivated. Now there's this idea floating around that semen retention can actually boost your testosterone levels. It's a concept that's been gaining traction lately. And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. The logic behind it is quite intriguing. Like we were talking about in the last chapter, ejaculation is a biologically expensive process. It requires a significant amount of energy and nutrients. It takes a lot of energy and resources for your body to produce semen. This process can be quite taxing on your system. So, if you're constantly ejaculating, your body is constantly having to replenish those resources. This can potentially drain your energy reserves. But if you hold back, if you retain that semen, your body can redirect those resources elsewhere. This redirection could be beneficial in several ways. And one of the places it might redirect them is to testosterone production. This could lead to higher levels of this crucial hormone. There's no guarantee that semen retention is going to turn you into a chiseled Greek god overnight. It's not a magic bullet, but there is some evidence to suggest that it could have a positive impact on your testosterone levels. Studies have shown potential benefits. We're talking about increased muscle mass, more energy, better mood, even improved cognitive function. These are all desirable outcomes. And if semen retention can help with that, then it's definitely worth exploring. It might just be the edge you need to enhance your overall well-being. Observation 3. Improve focus and mental clarity. Let's get into something that's super important to me, and I think a lot of you guys too: focus. That laser-sharp concentration that lets you get shit done. Now this is where things get really interesting with semen retention. A lot of guys who practice this are swearing up and down that it makes them mentally sharper. They're saying they can concentrate better, think more clearly, and just get more done throughout the day. Remember how we were talking about conserving energy? Well, your brain is a huge energy hog. It uses up a ton of your body's resources, especially when you're really focused on something. So, it makes sense that if you're constantly draining your energy through ejaculation, your brain might not be firing on all cylinders. But when you retain that energy, your brain might actually start working better. Observation 4, enhanced physical presence and posture. Okay, this next one is where things get a little out there, even for me. But I've heard it from enough guys now that I gotta address it. We're talking about physical presence. That certain something that just makes some people stand out in a room. Now, some people are convinced that semen retention can actually enhance your physical presence. They're saying it makes you stand taller, walk with more confidence, and just generally command more attention. So maybe it's not some mystical energy field that's making people more attractive, but just a newfound sense of confidence and well-being. Observation 5, increased magnetism through aura or energy field. Alright folks, we're getting into some seriously fringe territory here. We're talking about auras, energy fields, that kind of stuff. These are concepts that have fascinated humanity for centuries, often depicted in ancient texts and spiritual teachings. Now, I'm the first to admit that I'm a pretty skeptical guy. I like to stick to what I can see, what I can touch, what science can back up. Empirical evidence is my go-to. But there's this whole other world out there, this whole realm of energy and spirituality that I'm just starting to scratch the surface of. It's a domain filled with mysteries and unexplored potentials. And in this realm, there's this idea that semen retention can actually increase your magnetism, your attractiveness to others. It's a concept that blends physical discipline with spiritual growth. The theory goes that when you retain your semen, you're not just conserving physical energy, you're also conserving some kind of spiritual or sexual energy. This energy is believed to enhance your personal aura. And this energy, this aura, it supposedly makes you more attractive to potential partners. It's like an invisible magnetism that draws people towards you. Maybe there's some kind of energetic exchange that happens between people that we don't fully understand yet. This exchange could be subtle, yet profoundly impactful. Either way, it's fascinating stuff to think about. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, exploring these ideas can open up new ways of understanding human interaction and personal growth. Observation 6. Improved eye contact and confidence in social interactions. Whether you're a die-hard extrovert or a card-carrying introvert, we all have to navigate the social world. And one of the biggest factors in successful social interactions is confidence. When you believe in yourself, when you're comfortable in your own skin, it shows, and people are drawn to that. Now here's where semen retention comes in. Some people claim that it actually boosts their confidence in social situations. They say they feel more comfortable making eye contact, they're more assertive in conversations, and they just generally feel more at ease around other people. When you're able to do that, it can give you a sense of inner strength and confidence that spills over into every area of your life, including your social interactions. Observation 7. Emotional stability and emotional intelligence. We all know how important it is to be able to handle our emotions, to not let them control us. And that's where emotional intelligence comes in. It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Now, some proponents of semen retention believe that it can actually enhance your emotional intelligence. They say it makes them calmer, more patient, and less reactive to stress. Think about it. When you're constantly seeking out sexual release, it can be a very emotionally charged experience. But when you practice semen retention, you're essentially taking a break from that roller coaster. And in that state of balance, it might be easier to process your emotions, to understand where they're coming from, and to respond to them in a more healthy and productive way. Observation 8. Better physical health and longevity. We all want to live long, healthy lives, right? And we're always looking for ways to improve our chances. Now, some people believe that semen retention could actually be the key to a longer, healthier life. They point to the fact that semen is packed with nutrients, with essential vitamins and minerals that are vital for our health. And when you ejaculate, you're essentially flushing all those nutrients down the drain. Now, I'm not saying that semen is some kind of magic elixir, but it does make you wonder if constantly depleting your body of those nutrients could have a negative impact on your health in the long run. So, it stands to reason that reducing stress through semen retention could have some positive benefits for your overall health and well-being. We've covered some seriously weird and wild territory today, from testosterone boosts to energy fields, from improved focus to enhanced magnetism. Now, I'm not telling you to believe everything you've just heard. I'm just putting the information out there. But I will say this: the human body is an amazing and complex machine, and there's still so much we don't know about it, about its full potential. So, if you're intrigued by any of this, if you're curious about the potential benefits of semen retention, I encourage you to do your own research. Stay curious, my friends.